darling. Hi. How you doing? I hope that you're doing fantastic. Welcome or welcome back. Cellulite and Love Tarot, or Hillary for short. Okay, it's Thoughtful Thursday. We're going to see what Spirit wants you to be thinking about. What's going on collectively that we need to be thinking about and integrating, knowledgeably, okay? I'm excited. Let's get into it. I'm going to see who I'm reading for. I'm going to see kind of what's been going on for you in your life. This could be a long term. This could be deep. It could be surface level. Let's see. All right, if you're new here, I read a little deep, so these readings feel very personal even though they're general and they get very specific. The specific details will just be confirmation for a small few. It's not for everyone, so everyone who's drawn to this message, there's a message for you within it somehow to integrate somehow. Use your intuition, okay? And as always, empower yourself. You're not less powerful than any tarot reader, any tarot reading. It's just the current energy, and energy is constantly in motion. So, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Spirit, my higher self, my darling's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to guide and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages, information, feelings, and sensations to flow through me for the betterment of my darling and for the highest good of everyone involved. Thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you for being here. Okay, Spirit, who am I reading for? Tell me about this person. The castle. The eternal child. The cave. Okay, so the first card that we got out is Eros. Then we got the underworld, the crone, the shadow. Whoever I'm reading for, you have really integrated your shadow meticulously, like amazingly, okay? You're not afraid of your shadow. You're not intimidated by it. You don't let it run you. You work in tandem with your shadow. You almost have this, like you truly love your shadow. I almost feel like a seductress type energy, and I don't mean that in like any negative way. It's like you truly love and value and appreciate the benefit that your shadow has to offer, how it shows up in certain ways, okay? Your shadow, any sort of, I don't want to say darker element, because it's really not, I'm not intimidated by shadow or the concept of shadow, because we all need it. There's light and dark. We need both. There's always going to be both. So you might as well get well acquainted. You might as well not demonize. So I really truly admire this quality about whoever I'm reading for, because so many people are just terrified of their shadow, or they feel ashamed by their shadow. And it's like, the shadow is the protector of you and your light. Really, that's a driving force behind that shadow, is to protect your inner child. We have the castle and the eternal child and the cave, right? It's like, whoever I'm reading for, it's like your shadow has built like fortress walls around your eternal child, right? And you're very passionate about that. You are on top of like keeping your inner child feeling safe, knowing that they're safe, knowing that they have a warrior, to fight for them, to stand up for them. Like, it's really powerful. There's some things that I want to say that I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say that. I was told not to say that. But there's something about you that I might understand that other people might demean, okay? Possibly behavior-wise, possibly the way you express yourself in certain areas. But there's something here about you using this sort of expression of yourself in a way that is empowering for you. And I want to just, I feel like I'm being told to sort of illuminate that cave, you know, that other people have maybe put you in, like, oh, that's a dark force in there. That's something to fear. That's something, like, you have something to fear about that. You need to be careful about that. Like, trying to instill fear within you. And I feel really called to tell you that you don't have to fear what other people fear. You don't have to fear what other people fear. Some people might tell you that you're going to go to certain eternal places. You're going to be damned for what you do. And that's really passive-aggressive attempt at trying to manipulate your own consciousness to believe that. And so Spirit wants to say your empowerment, your journey of empowerment is no one else's business. It's no one else's business. This should just be confirmation for you. What you're doing is no one else's business. If it is empowering to you, you do not have to fear it just because others do. Okay? You don't have to fear damnation just because others do. That's their story. That's what they're putting, you know, that's what they live in their life, and they're trying to inflict you with that. You don't have to. Okay? I feel like it's just confirmation because I feel like you already don't really care. I feel like you're like, your words say more about you than they actually do about me, and I don't have to let them afflict me the way that they afflict you. Your fears do not afflict me. Okay? You're not afraid. You're not afraid. Really. Yesterday's reading could be significant. You've mastered fear. You've mastered fear of your shadow. You're a remarkably impressive and strong, courageous, brave person. And I just want to acknowledge that, especially because what you do, other people might really fear. All right, let's jump into tarot. Let's see. What is it that you want, darling, to be aware of about this, okay? What is it that you have placed on darling's mind, or that you want me to place on darling's mind? And like I said, okay, I saw the Lovers in the Sun. I don't know if you saw that a second ago. I split it. Ugh. The Lovers in the Sun. So, ironically enough, because we've got polarities, right? You're not afraid of your shadow, but are you afraid of your light? Are you afraid of being light? Are you afraid of feeling light? Open, presentable, illuminating, opening up, you know, like you can have both. So that might be something that Spirit wants you to focus on, is like, okay, so you've mastered this fear of the dark. You've mastered your fear of the dark, but now you don't want to be like, you might not want to be seen in that young, innocent energy, with that sun being an eternal child energy. Interesting. Okay. I felt like I had something else. It's gone. Okay. Oh, what I was saying. So I'm asking what Spirit wants you to think of. Okay. Like I said, I want to respect that you have more power over your life than any tarot reader. So this is me just bringing up current energy, and I totally respect if you completely, don't want to go there with this message. Okay. These are just mild suggestions. Okay. I want to honor that. I am not trying to influence you in a way that you aren't already aware of. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see, Spirit. What do you want darling to be thinking of? What are you wanting me to bring to their awareness and be thoughtful of? Five of Cups, Seven of Wands, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords there. There's still a pain within you. because of what has happened to your inner child, because where your innocence was maybe taken. I was getting this message earlier and I was told not to mention it because of the sensitivity of it, but to let you know that I see something, and the way that you maybe interact in the world is to be empowered over something that hurt you. Okay, so I do feel like something happened that really it felt like it robbed innocence in a way. Okay, I feel like Spirit is wanting you to process the grief of that. Okay, because maybe you're not afraid to stand up for yourself anymore. Maybe you're not afraid to have a hard shell, to really stand up, voice your opinions, voice what is right for you, express in certain ways. But I feel like you are still afraid of feeling that vulnerable again. Okay? Feeling that vulnerable again. It could be in regards to masculine energy specifically. Okay? Charming. Like you might have a real keen eye with the High Priestess there. You might have a real keen eye and a real judgment of masculine energy, whoever I'm reading for. You might have labeled, oh my gosh, okay, so yesterday's short message from the universe could be for you too. You might really, in your level of empowerment and trying to take back control over, what happened, you might label all men as trash, players, insert any derogatory term, okay, or women, okay, flip it for genders, it doesn't matter. You might have a label against certain people or a certain group of people, okay? And Spirit, very similar to that short, is wanting you to process that really this belief or this opinion is still a wounding that needs to be processed and worked through. And it's not that you don't deserve to feel that way, okay? Again, there's nothing here about like you're wrong, okay? It's more about what you're worthy of, okay? I feel like what we've integrated with our shadow and we appreciate and we value and we're not afraid of anymore is speaking up for ourselves, saying what we're worth, like having full autonomy, full control, not laying down for anyone, so to speak, okay? But our energy in that is based on wounding, okay? And essentially, you're like, I'm going to stand up for myself against all of these shitty people, these shitty men, these shitty women, whatever. I'm going to show that I know my worth. I'm going to show that I know who I am. I'm going to show my empowerment just to prove everyone wrong. Okay, so your energy is, I'm going to attract people who trigger a wound within me so that I can show up and prove that I'm stronger, that I'm better, I'm more empowered, that I have myself, I've got my own back, right? There's a time and a place, absolutely. There's no shame here at all. I get it, okay? But Spirit wants you to process grieving and processing so that you also find a place for vulnerability, okay? This vulnerability is essential because it's like you can say you know your worth, but then if you know your worth and you know your value and you know what you're deserving of, right? You deserve to be chosen. You deserve the world. You deserve everything. Whatever you say you deserve, okay? But then you're living in defense to a world in opposition of that. It tells me that you don't think that goodness actually exists. There's something here about implementing both, right? Knowing that you're in a world where there are good people who see you, who validate, who recognize, who appreciate, who empower, who want to stand alongside you, not in front of you, not, you know, who want to be there with you, who want to encourage you, who just love you for you, right? It's like you have to believe that you're in a world where those people exist. And you have to, like, it's important to focus some energy on believing that, knowing that, believing it, so that you can experience that. Okay? Knowing your worth is not just standing up for yourself against opposition. It's also saying, I'm not just going to seek out ways to stand up for myself. I'm going to allow myself to feel safe because I know that I can feel safe with someone else because I deserve to feel safe with someone else too. Okay? That sort of energy. All right. Spirit, can you clarify this, this spread here? I'm actually not going to clarify too much because I feel like Spirit just said like that's kind of enough. So I'm going to try to keep it short and simple, okay? Is there anything else that you want to just emphasize here before I close out this reading for Darling, okay? Seven of Wands again. Yeah, there's a blockage here, right? A spirit blockage, a soul blockage that we should be moving forward from, okay? And that might be the scary part now. That might be the scary part, is integrating both light and dark, okay? Just split it and look. Justice. Yeah, you deserve the good side too, not just the dark side, okay? Not just the standing up for yourself, not just trusting yourself. Yes, always trust yourself. Always. You have what it takes. You've proven that you have what it takes to protect yourself now, right? You're not the person who's gonna lay down and be manipulated or be a doormat or, you know, be controlled. That's not who you are, and that's not what you deserve. You won't allow that for yourself now. So with that knowledge that you won't let yourself be lost to anyone or anything, then we can soften again, right? We can get out of our little bubble that's blocked everyone outside of us, right? And allow people to carry torches alongside us down this path, right? This could be really emphasized for Libra season, which is coming up. It's the next one up. You might have an opportunity with the Knight of Swords there where you could just, out of naturally integrating your shadow, just shut it down, like be really harsh and quick to assume the worst, right? When this comes up in Libra season. And Spirit just wants to remind you, like, hey, allow yourself the opportunity to take the bubble down, not in a disempowered way. In a way that says, I'm allowed to feel safe with others. Okay, this is just repeating. Spirit, how do you want to close this reading off? Okay, Kipper. Yeah, that's the main problem, right? Okay, Thief came out, and I feel like because of what was stolen from you, right? I felt like you were robbed of your innocence in some way, and that's why you've had to really face your shadow and integrate it. Because of that, it's like high security, like almost impossible security measures to get close to you now. High honor. mature woman, wealthy man, distant horizons. Okay, so I feel like this is so bizarre. So the situation that could be coming into your life around Libra season, I feel like I'm being called to kind of expand on that, right? Because of the way you navigate your energy as being very guarded, like I said, high security measure, like high clearance, high security clearance. Spirit just wants you to know, just because no one's had the right clearance until now doesn't mean this next person won't. Okay, you are mature enough. You're mature, like you, whether or not you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Mature woman. I just feel like you've learned so much. Like we've got that crone energy out. This is very much giving the crone energy. You're very wise. Okay, you've learned a lot. You have a lot of self-respect. So when this person comes in, wealthy man, distant horizons, just be willing to imagine how rich life could be with another person in the distant future. That doesn't mean like you meet them and you're automatically planning marriages or whatever, you know. No, I'm not at all getting at that, but just, would you be willing to have a good time and soften a bit just to see how it goes? You trust yourself enough now to know if something's really, really bad, you'll get yourself out of there. You're not going to tolerate that. That's not who you are anymore. That's not who you are. Okay? So, I don't know. I feel like this could be good for you. And maybe you're going to be treated really well, the way that you deserve finally. But you have to be open to it. You have to believe that that actually exists in the world. Spirit wants you to believe that that exists in the world, because you can experience that. Yeah. Okay. I love you so much. I'm really proud of you. I really admire you. You're awesome. You're badass. Okay, I'm gonna leave this reading here. Tomorrow's Freaky Friday. We're gonna see how to let your freak flag fly, being completely, authentically, unapologetically our freak flag flying self. Okay, I hope to see you then. Can't wait to see you then. Okay, have a great rest of your day, a wonderful rest of the week, or a fantastic life. I love you so much. Take care, and ta-ta.